Bike ride today, nice autumn day here in Connecticut, standing at the grave of Edwin Ruthven Lee. He was a captain in the 11th Connecticut Infantry. He died at New Bern, North Carolina in March of 1862. He's got a very impressive monument here. There you see it. And on the monument, if you look at it up close, it says, his last words were, "Go on for your country." He died that his country might live. Edwin is buried here. Very beautiful cemetery, small cemetery near a church here in Barkhamsted, Connecticut, small town by the Farmington River. And Edwin Lee has a very interesting story. He was a rifle maker. Worked at the Colt Armory in Hartford and the Sharp Rifle Company in Hartford. He was an avid supporter of President Lincoln and campaigned for him in the 1860 election, presidential election. Edwin raised a company of men from the area, was a captain in Company D. They trained in Hartford for a time, then eventually were moved down the coast to North Carolina, part of Burnside's expedition. He was there to, as part of a attack at New Bern on Confederate forces, and he was killed, a shell to the abdomen, and he died shortly afterward. Apparently, according to research that I've done, that shell also killed 5 other soldiers. What's interesting is that Edwin Lee was one of 4 brothers actually one of 3 brothers who served in the Union Army. His other brother, Henry Lee, also served in the Army. Henry, his name is on the side of this monument, but Henry is not buried here. He died in 1864 at Deep Run, Virginia, an engagement outside of Richmond, Virginia. He was shot, mortally wounded, left behind enemy lines, and he died in Confederate hands in 1864. Again, he's not buried here. He was buried in Virginia on the battlefield and later disinterred and moved to a cemetery outside Richmond, Fort Harrison National Cemetery. Anyway, this is a very nice looking monument here. I always pass this on my bike rides in the area. Very impressive. Edwin Lee, buried here in 1862.